Wang Hao smirked and turned to Zhou Shan. Open the gates. These dogs have learned their lesson. Zhou Shan smirked and tossed the man's companions out the gate, which flung open. Wang Hao then kicked the arrogant man straight out. As he hit the ground outside, Wang Hao muttered, "Now that the dogs are dealt with, time to face their master." The man went to the Wang family elders, complaining that Wang Hao had beaten him up for no reason. Hearing this, the grand elder responded, "Wang Hao is a well-mannered young man. He wouldn't do something like this without a valid reason." However, he still asked the master to investigate the matter. Seeing the Grand Elder's indifferent response, the man said, "Grand Elder, I know you've always favored Wang Hao's father, but you must put that aside and seek justice." Just then, Wang Hao arrived and said, "Who's this dog barking so early in the morning?" His words shocked everyone, making them wonder why he was suddenly acting so strangely. The master turned to Wang Hao and asked, "What is going on?" Wang Hao casually replied, "Yeah, I beat him up, so what?" Angrily, the man turned to the master and said, "See? Look at how disrespectful he is." Wang Hao then explained, "According to the family rules, anyone who fails to develop a spiritual seed by the age of 16 is expelled from the family." Mocking him, the man sneered, "That rule applies to losers like you." "But," Wang Hao continued, "since I haven't attended the awakening ceremony yet, I still have time to prove myself." Yet Wang Fu broke the rules by kicking me out before the ceremony. So I taught him a lesson. Frustrated, Wang Fu shouted, "Everyone knows that Wang Hao doesn't have a spiritual seed. That means he would have failed the ceremony anyway. Expelling him in advance was the right decision." Unfazed, Wang Hao declared, "Fine. If you don't believe me, then see for yourselves whether I've awakened my spiritual seed or not." Wang Fu smirked, "If you pass today's ceremony, I'll become a mind slave in Dongshan." "All right, deal," Wang Hao said confidently as he stepped forward and placed his hand on the chilling stone. The moment he touched it, the seed of chaos within him activated. Powerful energy waves erupted from the killing stone, shaking the entire area with their overwhelming force. Seeing the overwhelming energy waves from the killing stone, people began to wonder, is the stone broken? Meanwhile, Wang Fu was so terrified by Wang Hao's power that he collapsed to the ground. At that moment, Wang Hao realized that showing too much power wasn't a good idea. He needed to keep a low profile. So, he quickly controlled his energy and intentionally performed at a lower level in the test. As a result, he passed with a low-grade ranking, avoiding too much attention. Despite Wang Hao passing the test, Wang Fu was completely shaken. He muttered in disbelief, "There's no way you actually have a spirit seed." Wang Hao smirked, "Are you stupid or what? You should have figured it out the moment I easily defeated you in our fight." Just then, another young man stepped forward, Wang Qi. He looked at Wang Hao and said, "So what if this butler made a small mistake? There was no need for you to take it so seriously. You're acting arrogant and you should apologize for your behavior." Hearing this, Wang Hao chuckled. "Oh, I remember you. You're the same guy I locked in a dog cage as a kid for bullying others. Still holding on to that grudge?" He smirked and added, "Wait, don't tell me you're working with him?" Wang Qi scoffed. "What nonsense. Sounds like you're looking for a fight. Fine, if I win, you'll have to apologize to Wang Fu." Wang Hao smirked. "And if you lose, will you go with him?" Wang Qi smirked back. "Ha! As if I'd lose to trash like you." Seeing Wang Qi's anger, the Grand Elder warned Wang Hao, "Wang Qi is at Divine Realm Level 3. You should think carefully before accepting this challenge." But Wang Hao simply shrugged and said, "I never back down from something I believe in." Meanwhile, the other students whispered among themselves, "Has Wang Hao lost his mind? He actually accepted Wang Qi's challenge. He's doomed." Wang Qi smirked at Wang Hao and said, "You still have time. If you kneel and beg for your life, I might let you live." Wang Hao chuckled. "Let's see if you're all talk or if you can actually back it up." With that, Wang Qi unleashed his signature Move Thunderstorm Fist, aiming straight for Wang Hao. But to everyone's shock, Wang Hao dodged it effortlessly. Furious, Wang Qi launched a flurry of thunderstorm fist attacks, one after another. But then, in an instant, Wang Hao grabbed Wang Qi's wrist, smirked, and said, "Now it's my turn." With a sudden burst of power, Wang Hao slammed Wang Qi into the ground, leaving the crowd in stunned silence. Before Wang Qi could recover, Wang Hao unleashed a barrage of punches and kicks, completely overwhelming him. Breathing heavily, Wang Hao looked down at his defeated opponent and scoffed. "You're so weak." Turning to the head of the family, he asked, "What should we do with them now?" The head of the family gave a cold glance at the two fallen fighters and ordered the guards, "Take them away." As the guards dragged Wang Qi and Wang Fu away, Wang Qi glared at Wang Fu and spat, "This is all your fault. If it weren't for you, I wouldn't be in this mess." While being taken to the coal mines for forced labor, Wang Fu desperately pleaded with the head of the family, "I did exactly what you asked. Please save me, you promised." The head of the family scoffed. "What nonsense are you babbling about? Guards, get him out of my sight." Realizing he had been betrayed, Wang Fu screamed in rage, "Wang Tianyang, you said you'd protect me, but you've set me up. I won't let this go." Meanwhile, the awakening ceremony finally began. Wang Hao had already completed his test earlier, so now it was the other students' turn. Among them was Wang Jia, who stepped forward to take her test. The moment she activated her powers, an overwhelming surge of energy filled the room, leaving everyone in awe. When the results were announced, it was revealed that she had passed, with a top-grade ranking. The Grand Elder, clearly impressed, stepped forward and said, "From today onward, you may use my resources to cultivate, and from now on, you will be my personal disciple." Beaming with excitement, Wang Jia happily bounced over to Wang Hao, childishly grinning as she thanked the Grand Elder. Wang Hao watched her for a moment before smirking. High-class talent is rare indeed. Seeing Wang Jia's incredible power, someone remarked, "Looks like our family has given birth to a little phoenix." The moment she heard that, Wang Jia's expression darkened. Annoyed, she snapped, "Don't call me that. Every time I hear that name, I'm reminded of your fiancé, Su Muyu." Wang Hao raised an eyebrow. That much anger over an unrelated woman? Wang Jia scoffed. Unrelated? She's your fiancé, isn't she? That woman's heart is filled with nothing but poison. The less I think about her, the better. At that moment, the head of the family, Wang Tianyang, stepped forward and addressed everyone. The ceremony is now over. I hope you all continue to train hard and bring even more honor to the Wang family. With that, he turned to leave, but Wang Hao suddenly called out, "Wait!" Everyone turned to look as Wang Hao stepped forward. "I apologize for stopping you, but when my father passed away, he left behind 3 artifacts for me. May I have them back?" The room fell silent. Wang Tianyang's face suddenly changed, his expression unreadable. And that's where episode 2 ends. To find out which 3 artifacts Wang Hao is talking about and why they are so important, don't miss the next episode. But before you go, I have a small request. Please show some love to this video. Your support keeps me motivated to create more content, so don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching.